You explained, Walter, before the film, why you wanted to make a film about Jia Zhangke and his films, but how did you propose this to him and persuade him to do it?
Well, first I'd like to compliment what I said before. I think that that I basically did the film because Jia, for me, is the filmmaker who brought cinema back again to the center of the discussion. If you want to understand China and that specific culture, you will have a much more complex, I would say, reflection of that specific culture if you look at all the films that we've seen here. So this is what cinema used to bring us, and I really wanted to understand how he did that. How was the invitation? It was very, I think, simple, done in Sao Paulo, and I think that the idea sounded very strange to Jia at the beginning, and I'll let him speak about it.
Did you think of saying no?
我没想过拒绝他，因为我也没以为他真的会拍。
I never thought of turning it down because I didn't expect it to be realized.
他跟我07年说要拍，我以为是开玩笑，然后过了很多年打电话说真的要拍，我觉得哎呀，他很少有机会来中国，那就来中国跟我一起喝酒吧。
In the beginning, I thought he was joking, but after a number of years, when he said that he really wanted to make it, and I thought, well, he didn't have that much opportunities to come to China, so why don't he just come and we can gather and drink together?
然后他来了一个很小的库，然后人很少，然后我觉得整个这个过程我没有感觉到是在被拍，因为我俩一直在说话，然后我们一直在看我拍过的电影的地方，整个过程很自然吧。
The whole process happened quite naturally, so I didn't really feel that I was in a film because we were just walking around, talking, chatting. So I didn't really feel that it was actually filming. So it happened quite naturally.
所以对我来说是挺轻松的一个事情，拍摄这个过程。对，就是 Walter 创造了一个氛围，让我非常放松。然后，对。
So Walter had created a very relaxed atmosphere, and I felt relaxed.
但是他剪完给我看时候，我就不轻松了，看的。
But that relaxed feeling stopped when he had edited it and showed me his result.
这我真的不知道自己为什么讲了那么多话。
I didn't know why I spoke that much.
还有那么多表情。
And so much expressions as well, so many expressions.
我自己看的就很害羞。
I saw that and I felt embarrassed.
Did you discuss with Jia Zhangke the form that you wanted it to take, the idea that you would go to places that were from his life but also from his films? And also, did you consult him about the clips?
Well, first I'd like to also bifurcate a little bit and bring back the first question that I asked Jia when we talked together in Sao Paulo in 2007, 8 years ago, and I asked him who were the filmmakers who brought him to cinema, and he said, if you allow me to use your words, Jia said, Antonioni allowed me to understand the importance of space in cinema, Bresson, the importance of time, and Hu Shaoxian, the importance of bringing your personal experiences to infuse your films, to ignite your films. And I would say that sentence was somehow echoing throughout our shoot. And basically there was a spine, and that spine has to do with a central question, which is the question of memory. The memory brought by his family or friends that inspired his films. And then the collective memory that Jia registers as his characters are going through a China in transformation. And finally, there's the idea of adding a third layer to the question of memory, which is the filmic memory, the idea of going back to the places that were locations for so many of the films I love. And in going back, I remember the very first scene in Xiaovu. It's about trying to see where, that specific scene had been shot, and it was difficult to find it because the landscape has changed so much. The physical geography has changed so much, and you start to realize why the word demolition is so constant in China. It appears everywhere, and it affects the geography constantly. I would say not only the physical geography, but the human geography as well.
反正上一部《天注地》还没有放。
A Touch of Sin is not being shown in China yet.
然后 Mountains May Depart 会在10月30号上映。山河故人。
The film that just been shown earlier this evening, Mountains May Depart, is going to be shown in October this year.
10月30号。
30th of October, that will be shown in China.
反正有的能放，有的不能放。
But still, some are allowed to show it and some aren't.
就是审查制度就是搞不清楚什么能放，什么不能放。
So I still don't really understand about the censorship system, what is allowed and what isn't.
所以对我来说就只能是不管它就去拍吧。
And therefore, to me, I just ignore all these problems and just make my own films.
但是给这个投资人赔了钱呢，就得想办法赚回来。
But then, when I lose money, lose the production company's money, I have to find some ways to make it back.
天注定之后，我拍了27条广告。
So after The Touch of Sin, I've made 2 dozen commercials.
我还演了3条。
And I also appeared in 3 of them.
就我告诉大家一个秘密，我特别讨厌看到自己。
And I'm going to share with you one secret. I really hate seeing myself on screen.
对，我看到我那个脸在地铁里面就很讨厌。
And when I see my face in the tube or metro in China, I feel really, really fed up.
所以我还是希望大家买票看我的电影。
So I really hope every one of you would would purchase a ticket and go into a cinema to see my films.
不是说大家，说中国的观众。
Not you, not here, but Chinese audience in China.
这个孤独感还分中外吗？
Is there a difference between Chinese and foreign loneliness?
这个我真的不了解外国人的孤独感是什么。
I'm not sure I understand what what loneliness in a foreign country or in foreign culture would be.
对，我觉得孤独感，它就是人类都有的一种感觉吧。
I think it's universal.
对，我这个回答不了，因为我不知道外国人的孤独感跟中国人有什么不一样。
I'm not sure how loneliness is felt differently in abroad and in China.
巴西人的孤独感是什么样的？
So what is a
In
Brazilian
Brazil.
loneliness?
No, I agree with you, and I would say that other feelings are also, transcend a specific latitude. Just to give you an example, A Touch of Sin, when I saw the film for the first time, felt very close to home. The irrationality of violence in the film felt very much similar to facts that were happening in Brazil as well. So that is probably explained by the effect of globalization, of the specific socioeconomic model that prevails. And that also has to do with loneliness. But the fact is that we're now witnessing the ripple effect of feelings throughout the world more constantly. And also we're much more connected, as Jia said at the beginning.
这个我想起我小时候也有孤独感，那时候还没读书，当然也没接触到儒家的文化。5、6岁之后，冬天出不了门，一个人坐在家里头挺孤独的。我觉得那时候我应该没受到儒家文化的影响。
I remember I experienced loneliness even before I went to school, about 5 or 6 years old, when I was alone at home, and I wasn't able to go out, and I was alone and felt really lonely. So I think I wasn't influenced by any Confucian culture at that time. So it probably has nothing to do with Confucianism.
对，我想起来了，我小学1到5年级学的都是毛主席语录。
And now I remember before fifth year, 5th grade, all I learned was Chairman Mao's words, his speech.
这个毛泽东是反儒家的。
And Chairman Mao is anti-Confucianism.
所以我的基因里没有儒家。
So in my memory, there was no Confucius.
对，倒是可能有点毛泽东思想。
But instead, I would have learned a lot of Maoism.
我怎么跟你的感觉不太一样啊？
How come I feel entirely differently from you?
3、4年前我在中国可以用 Google， 现在怎么不能用了呢？
A few years ago, I was still able to access Google in China, but now I can't.
我也不会翻墙。
And I don't know how to go across the wall, the Great Wall,
所以
the
我
Great Firewall.
对我挺想用 Google 的，不能只在英国当用啊。
Yeah. I don't want to be able to use Google only in Britain. I want to be able to access Google in China.
看情况吧，就是对我也希望轻松。我觉得《山河故人》就挺轻松的。
I think this film, Mountains May Depart, is quite relaxed, quite cheerful.